Welcome back, everyone. Today is a very fine day, and I decided to drive up to beautiful seaside Itoshima to visit a world famous iconic ramen shop, Ichiran. Did you know it all began right here in Fukuoka? Ichiran no Mori, as it's actually called, is one of the most recognized ramen shops in all of Japan. Today, we're heading deep into the lush hills of Itoshima to visit Ichiran no Mori, the forest of Ichiran, their ramen factory, museum, and exclusive restaurant. Tucked away in the green countryside of Itoshima, about 40 minutes from central Fukuoka, this location was created to celebrate everything about Ichiran's process, from noodle making to broth perfection. Before we start, let's take a look at the tour guide menu. Keep the business hours in mind. The last order for the restaurant is at 3:45 p.m. First up, the Souvenir Shop. They have their own line of ramen, sauces, and dried noodles that you can buy. You can even buy in bulk sizes. It's very hot out here, and the lines are extremely long, as is the wait time, but it's all worth it. So let's go and eat some ramen. Here at Ichiran no Mori, the restaurant sits right next to the factory itself. This means your noodles, literally, travel just a few meters from production line to your bowl. You can't get any fresher than that. The cool thing, what I really like about this ramen shops, is that they created a technique that takes the smell out of the pork broth. It's very tasty, but your average tonkotsu or pork roast simmering throughout most Japanese ramen shops is very, very stinky. There's something very smooth about this ramen. Can't really describe it, but I just love the noodles by themselves. The daily freshness of these noodles is totally unmatched. Now, being full and completely satisfied, for now at least, let's roll on down to the museum and learn more about this iconic company. Okay, let's go in. This is way cooler than I expected. It's a full-on ramen time capsule. Really cool. Let's go back where it all began. It all started in 1960 when founder Manabu Yoshitomi opened a humble ramen stall in Fukuoka. Originally called Futaba Ramen, it was small, cheap, and honest. But Yoshitomi had a vision to create the perfect tonkotsu experience. You might be wondering, are those two large pots displayed in the museum rice cookers? They're actually examples of Ichiran's giant broth vats, used to simmer pork bones and aromatics for hours. The company's history timeline. This area shows you how to order, and these signatures are from famous celebs who've eaten this ramen. And lastly, here are some of the bowls various restaurants use. You'll see Ichiran's older bowl designs, round, octagonal, and even pentagonal shapes. Each reflects a design experiment, like the octagonal good luck bowl said to bring fortune, or the pentagonal plates tested at the Fukuoka Canal City branch. The museum showcases tools historically used in their production lines: giant ladles, custom strainers, branding irons, and noodle cutters that date back decades. Seeing them gives you a feel for how hands-on Ichiran's process used to be. This little booth might be the most famous seat in all of ramen history. Ichiran pioneered the concept of the flavor concentration booth, a private walled-off space where there's nothing between you and the bowl, No distractions, no small talk, just you, the steam, and the slurp. We now continue on to the production factory. This isn't some massive industrial plant. It's a tightly controlled, specialized facility where Ichiran produces its signature noodles, soup bases, and that top secret red sauce. All of it, crafted here, under one roof. Here we have the dough being stretched out. The conveyor system helps keep temperature and humidity levels consistent during production. It also minimizes human handling to reduce contamination or variability. Once complete, the noodles are immediately sealed and either sent next door to the restaurant or packed for Ichiran shops across the country. Japanese factories are something else, not a smidgen of dust anywhere. As cool as that was, and now that you got to see this legendary factory, I'm going to head on downtown this evening to the original shop location where it all started and grab another delicious bowl of ramen.
3 hours later.
Fukuoka is an incredible city, vibrant, welcoming, and full of surprises. Whether you're here for the food, the history, or the atmosphere, there's always something to explore. Almost there, we are now between Fukuoka and Hakata City in the Nakasu area, famous for their beautiful canals, the famous Canal City Mall, and food carts called yatais. Good idea to come early as this part of town can get crazily packed at night. One thing I really love about Fukuoka is how easy it is to drive around. No nightmare traffic jams like in Los Angeles. Finally, I made it. Now, the first thing I need to do is find a place to park. And there it is, the original Ichiran Ramen shop. I joined the line and waited. There were quite a few people, which isn't surprising since this is one of the most iconic and most visited locations. You can even see the display shop from outside. The first floor was completely packed, so I headed up to the second floor to eat. As you walk up to the original Nakasu Ichiran headquarters, you're looking at a ramen tower. The restaurant takes up just the first 2 floors. Upstairs, you'll find the hallmark Weiji Jon counter, flavor concentration booths, about 26 seats after the 2024 redesign with higher dividers for better focus. Below, the first floor used to have table-style seating in a cozy yatai-inspired style, but now it's also all booths. I placed my order and decided to go with a regular bowl. Nothing fancy. The total came to 1,250 yen, which is about $8.52. With my ticket in hand, I find myself a seat, and as usual, this place is always very packed. You can see these booths and how narrow they are. This can be a problem, especially for people who are larger. It might be difficult to sit comfortably surrounded by a tiny booth. But the good thing about this shops is the side panels can be folded back if you need more space. Or if you're with the family, you just unlock and fold these panels to the side and you are good to go. You have your chopsticks and wet napkins here, and your survey and reorder sheets. Each booth has a cool water dispenser. Nothing beats ice-cold water. Now let's take a closer look at one of the menu sheets. You need to fill it out and give to the waiter for the basic toppings with what you want and or don't want on your ramen. The dashi or soup stock you can choose from light to heavy. Then you have your richness of the broth from standard to extra rich. You can choose from 0 to 1 clove of garlic for free. You can choose between white and regular green onion, with or without pork roast. You can go regular mild on the spice or go buck wild. Here you choose between extra firm or thoroughly cooked. Once you're done filling that form out, you press the red button that is in front of you to the right, and that will call the food server. Then all you do is hand them your purchase tickets, and that form you just filled out for the toppings. They will start to bring out your toppings first, and the waiting time for the ramen is not that long, usually around 5 minutes until you get your order.
たします。お待たせいたしました。はい、失礼します。失礼します。
Once your order is completed, they will lower the shutter so you can eat in peace. In a world of noise and distractions, the booth offers something rare, a private, focused, almost sacred way to experience food. While many shops do tonkotsu, Ichiran's broth is custom calibrated, not just for flavor, but for balance. It's bold, but never greasy. Savory, but never overpowering. It's filtered multiple times to remove strong odors and impurities. The result? A broth that's clean, almost silky, very tasty and easy to finish to the last drop. There's something undeniably comforting about ramen. It's warm, familiar, and endlessly personal. With thousands of ramen shops scattered across Japan, each with their own spin on flavor, broth, and tradition. If you want more information, be sure to check the link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching.